Good morning, Anita. Welcome back to Lou Jack Hyundai. Again, I'm Jason. We spoke on the phone. This is that Hyundai Palisade that we talked about. This one happens to be the limited trim, so you're going to get to see all the fun stuff. So first thing I want to talk to you about is some of the really cool equipment that comes on the Palisade standard. So you have on every Palisade trim level, and we'll talk more about the trims in a minute, you've got a really nice suite of safety equipment that is going to take care of you and the kids, you and your family really, really nicely. A lot of companies offer this stuff. Honda has Honda Sense. Subaru has the EyeSight program. These are all software that they offer on their cars, but a lot of times you have to pay extra for them. With the Palisade, they come standard on every trim. So there are sensors in the windshield that help watch the lane and help control you from accidentally leaving the lane. There are systems in the front bumpers that will monitor the traffic in front of you and their speed, and it will notify you if somebody's slowing aggressively. It'll even apply the brakes in an emergency to try to stop an accident from happening. Our systems are really nice because they're not autopilot, they're not self-driving. It'll let you drive your Palisade, but what it'll do is give you a lot of additional safety and a lot of additional security with your car, so you don't have to worry about having an accident happen. It will intervene in the event of an accident being impending, so you don't have to worry about a collision. A lot of really neat and nice touches about the Palisade. We got the signature grille that we started to apply towards all of our cars. You got the dual beam technology on the headlights, LED headlights on this limited, LED accent lights on the front, on the side mirrors, and on the back. We're going to come around and we're going to climb under the hood a little bit because I want to show you some of the fun stuff. So when we're talking about the drivetrain, Anita, this is going to be important because a lot of the competitors, you've got your Explorer now, your 2013. A lot of competitors, because of gas mileage laws, have started to change their drivetrain, and this is really important. The Subaru Ascent. These vehicles are big vehicles hauling big families. The Subaru Ascent has a 4-cylinder engine in it. The Mazda CX-9 has a 4-cylinder engine in it. These engines are largely underpowered and not big enough to handle the big job that these big vehicles and big families need it to. We have a standard Lambda 3.8 liter V6, very, very large. It's almost the size of a small V8, mated to an 8-speed in-house designed automatic transmission. It's the only configuration in every trim level. What that means is you are always going to have enough power anytime you drive, merging on the interstate, passing at 70 or 80 miles an hour. If you've got the car packed with your daughter and all of her soccer buddies from the soccer team because they just won and you want to go out and celebrate, doesn't matter how many folks are in there, how much weight you've got, if you're using the 5,000 pound towing capacity, this engine and drivetrain will never feel sluggish or strained. So that's a standard feature inside of all the Palisades. You've got easy access to all this stuff. Coming around on this side, I want to talk a little bit about trim levels. So Anita, you've got 3 different trims. You have the SE trim, the SEL trim, and the limited trim. This is the limited, the top trim. You have the SE, which is the base trim. The bottom 2 trims come standard with cloth, so the SE and the SEL. The SEL is where a lot of the customers are going to focus because there's a lot of different trim levels in there. There's packages that you can add. You can add convenience packages that will go from your 18-inch rims to your 20-inch rims. You can add the convenience pack that will give you a power back door. You've also got things like a premium package you can add to that SEL trim as well. And that premium package is where you're going to start to see the standard leather seats. So this limited has got standard heated and ventilated leather in the front seat and in the back. So one of the things you had mentioned is that a lot of your coworkers have got premium cars. They've, some have got BMWs, some have got Audis. You're used to seeing them, and you're used to listening to them talk about their premium equipment. You're going to find in this vehicle the exact same equipment for $20,000 or $30,000 less money. It doesn't look like a cheap car on the outside, and it's not a cheap car on the inside, but you're going to save a lot of money. You've got heated and ventilated seats, power driver seat, mood lighting on the interior. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of that when we get to the driver's side. But Anita, you've also got 7 passenger seating, so everyone is going to be comfortable when you're hauling the family around, whether it's the twins or whether it's your daughter and her soccer team. You've also got latch points for car seats, secure latch points in 3 different positions, both center positions and then one in the third row. So it's going to be really easily configurable for your family and for some of the soccer friends as well. Privacy shades in the doors that make it really easy to keep prying eyes out of your car and to keep the sun out of the twins' eyes while you're driving instead of having to stick one in the window. it's got this really cool feature that allows you, with a simple button push, to slide and stow that second row seat so that anybody can climb in, even adults can climb into the third row very, very easily. It's super simple to do, no rocket science. Both sides have got a button, and it makes access in and out of the third row, which most SUV companies struggle with badly. Your Explorer now, remember how bad you were saying it is to get into the third row? Super duper simple in this car. So you've got rear climate control standard, fully automatic, can be controlled here or from the front. It's got USB jacks in the second row. It's got USB jacks in the third row. It's got USB jacks in the front row. Everyone's going to have a charger port. Everyone's going to have a cup holder. This car has got 4 cup holders in the third row. This car has got 6 cup holders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, in this one, because it's captain's chair. 6 in the second row and 4 in the front. Cup holders everywhere. Now, this limited package has got a really, really neat feature. It has power, folding, and reclining third row seats. There's a set of buttons over here, Anita, that you can simply push a button and fold those seats down right from here. You don't have to run around the car. You don't have to do a bunch of acrobatic work. All you have to do is push a button and it does that. When you're in the third row seat, there's a simple set of buttons here on the inside where somebody can actually recline that seat if they want to. Now, cargo space back here is incredible. With the third row down, you have almost 50 cubic feet of space, which is more than almost anything except a Tahoe. With the third row up, you have 18 cubic feet of space. You can also, with a simple button push, fold down both of the second row seats right from the rear as well. With both the second and third row down, you have almost 90 cubic feet of space in the back, which is huge. It's unheard of without being in a Tahoe and a $70,000 car. You have some storage space underneath the rear as well, so the personal items can stay tucked nicely in there. You also have a power back door that is a smart back door. And that's really important because a lot of the companies offer this feature where you have to tap dance under the back bumper. And the problem with that is that the motion sensor gets dirty when you drive, that's down here, and you have to clean it on an occasional basis so that it can see your foot. With the smart tailgate that we offer, all you simply do is uses your smart key. As long as the vehicle's been locked and you've been away for 15 seconds, you stand at the rear, and after 5 seconds, it will automatically open the back door for you. You don't have to set stuff in the rain or in the snow. You don't have to tap dance. You just stand there for a few seconds, and it opens right up. The gas door is located here on the driver's side because that's where it belongs. All of our cars have it on one side, and this is a push release. There is no internal release. And it locks with your driver's door. That's very important because a lot of customers are unaware that their door locks. It's very important for you to know that if this is locked, it's because your vehicle's locked. Hit the unlock button on the fob or the door and it'll unlock this door as well. Let's talk about warranty for a second. So a lot of these premium cars that your coworkers have got only come with a 3 or 4 year warranty on the vehicle. The Palisade comes standard with Hyundai Assurance, which is going to give you the flexibility of, if you decide here within a few days that this car maybe wasn't the exact one, maybe you fell in love with the wrong one, maybe we can exchange it and get you a different one. Okay, so you also have got the industry leading warranty. There isn't a warranty longer in the business. It has a standard 5-year 60,000 mile limited basic, in the old days bumper to bumper. Everything that you touch pretty much and that the kids touch is going to be covered for free for 5 years and 60,000 miles. You also have a 10-year 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. That's all the oiled and sealed components in the drivetrain, your engine, transmission, all-wheel drive, the really expensive components and systems. Those are all standard for 10 years and 100,000 miles. You also get 5 years of free roadside assistance, which covers you no matter where you're at in the country. If you guys are on a trip for a soccer game, you're going to be covered everywhere. So you've got that as well, the standard 5 years of roadside assistance. Now we're going to talk about some of the really, really nice stuff on the inside, some of the meat and potatoes of the car. So I want to talk to you about the interior features of this vehicle. So this Limited, which is kind of what you had interest in, this Limited is got everything you can find. Obviously, I talked a little bit about some of them, the heated and ventilated front seats and the heated and ventilated captain's chairs in the second row. With the all-wheel drive system, it's got a heated steering wheel. This has got a Harman Kardon sound system that's got more than 10 speakers, 630 watts. Absolutely one of the best systems you're going to find in the industry. Memory seats and mirrors. This vehicle has got a 10.25-inch screen in the dash that is a full active touch screen, factory navigation. It also has standard Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so that you don't have to mess around with things while you're driving. You know, you can focus on the kids, focus on the road. All you do is push a button on the steering wheel, and you just tell the car what you want. Say, hey, navigate to so-and-so, and it'll do it. Send a text to so-and-so, and it'll do it, all with a button right on the steering wheel. It's a really cool feature. You've got just a huge host. You've got BlueLink. Let's talk about this for a minute. So BlueLink is a really, really cool system. It's complimentary for the first 3 years. It is a cell phone-based remote start system that allows you to secure your vehicle, locate your car, and do your full climate control right from an app on the phone, which has no limits. Most people are used to a key fob-based remote start system, which exists on this one too. So there's a really simple clicker on here that it's a short range radio frequency, so you've got that access if you need. But the cell phone based system through BlueLink is going to give you the ability to secure the car, lock it, unlock it, remote climate control it from thousands of miles away. So that's going to be a really, really big benefit for you as well. You've got an occupant detection system in the rear, which is going to notify you in the event something silly ever happened where for some reason the kids were left in the car for a prolonged period of time. It can sense any movement or motion inside of the vehicle, and it will set off the alarm if the vehicle's locked. It will send notifications to your email and to your phone once I set it up on the app, so that you can be made aware right away that there's motion inside of the vehicle. All these really, really kind of industry first safety features. You've also got a really nice suite of stuff on the inside. There's no traditional shifter. It's a drive-by-wire, which means no more mechanical connection. You just push a button for drive and it drives. It's as simple as that. Push a button for reverse and it reverses. So it's got a lot of those features. You've got additional storage here in the center console that's got some really nice cup holders. You just push the button and one or two of the cup holders slide out. You've got wireless cell phone charging as well. So you've got USB jacks all over the front, power ports all over the front. This car has got a nice, the Limited has a over 12-inch digital display in the dash. Everything is digital, so you don't have to worry about the old-fashioned style needles. It's got dual sunroofs. It's got an openable sunroof here and a skylight over the second and third row. It's got a couple of systems in the dash, like Driver Talk, which allows you to communicate through the Bluetooth speakers in the headliner to the people in the third row. You push a button on the screen, and it takes your voice and plays it through their stereo speakers in the back. It has a quiet mode, so after that soccer game when everybody's beat, they can crash in the back. While you're driving home, you can stay awake because it mutes all the radio speakers behind you, but leaves your speakers going, so they can sleep, but you can stay awake while you drive. Super, super impressive. The best part, we're just getting ready to do. I'm going to have you hop in the passenger side. I'm going to take you for a little drive and let you listen to some of the sensors and kind of play with a couple of things while I take us for the first few minutes, and then we'll swap and I'll get everything adjusted for you, and we'll finish that test drive out. All right, Anita, let's go ahead. We'll talk to you soon.